Morphe, welcome to MaiMoments, and we are continuing on part 5 of the Basic 101. If you have not watched my Basic 101 1 through 4, I would definitely recommend you to do so because I share a lot of good information that you can enhance your daily makeup. And I'm going to share with you where to place the bronzers, highlighters, and also blushes because that's going to be the last part to put your whole face together. The products that I'm sharing today is actually I use it personally and I do use it often. So the products that I'm using today put on bronzer, it would be Hoola Benefit. And this colors is the original. As this bronzers, the cool thing about this one is that I also use as contours. The purpose of bronzer, everybody think is to get a tan, but not really in that sense. This helps you define your structures of your face. So if you want a nice cheekbones, it's gonna help you to get that. So bronzing and contouring is basically a very similar purpose. When I apply on bronzers, I use this BH Cosmetic. It does look like a paint, and since it have a very defined edge, and also this is very slim, since my face is not huge, I can target the area that I want to define, and I'm going to basically shape it out and then later go in with a blender brush. So what I'm doing is that grabbing my brushes and only collecting from the top. So what I would do is that I will shape right here and gradually down to my mouth. I recommend you guys don't go all the way like down straight, but actually bring it a little bit, swoop a little bit up. And that's where your cheekbones should be. Okay? This area right here, I will go on the bottom. So I like to define this part. My natural face is already an oval, so what I'm doing here is to reshaping it to make it a little square. You have two options here. Either you're going to draw right under your chin line or on top of it if you want to create your face to make it smaller. And right here, since this forehead right here, I like my space, so I don't go all the way in to shade it in this area, but I'm just going in just a little bit right here on my hairline. Usually when the sunlight casting in your face, it will create a shadows right on the hairline, and what we're doing, we're trying to create that illusion. And what I do is I also do a little bit right here. Just a little bit on top of my hairline. Since I like my forehead to be this length, so I don't want to cut it short. Apply the same technique on the other side and also try to mirror the distance so you have an accurate in both sides. Starting with my hairline and sweeping it up. Once you're familiar with your face structures, you don't have to scope it out. You can use the blending brush and blending it out. This is going to be my outline. Okay, now go back to shade it in just a little bit more. Once I finish with the outline, I'm gonna go in with BH Cosmetic 128, and I'm gonna use this brush right here because it's a really tight brush and it's great for blending and also contouring. And so I'm just going to target in that area only because I don't want to use a larger brush that will spread it out unevenly. And I'm gonna blend under here. If you need more, just go ahead and get it and just tap it out and then blend it in. So a lot of people think bronzing has to be dark. You don't have to. Basically what you're doing is bringing back the natural colors in your face, because whenever you put on foundation, you look really flat because it's just one shade of colors. And so whenever you use bronzers is bringing the color back that your normal face will look like whenever a natural light hit against your face. And so that's why I do bronzers, not to look tan, is more to define my structures. So the reason why whenever I shape out, instead of going directly toward the end of my mouth like this, I will sweep up, because you don't want to look like you dragging everything on the floor, making a swipe that is actually going up. And make sure to blend this bottom part evenly, because it looks extremely weird when you don't. So make sure to use a little more time whenever you blend out bronzers, because it's either going to make or break. The purpose of this is to make you look alive and natural, and so you don't want to have like a spot that is too dark. If you want more colors, then just go ahead and build on top of it rather than pack all the colors in once, because it's extremely hard to blend whenever you're dealing with powders. I'm gonna put on my blushes. This is from Ulta. This is actually their Ulta brand blushes, and this is called Cotton Candy. So how do you figure out your best colors when it's come blushes? If you're going to flip your under lips here, this area right here is gonna be a natural looking color, and this is a perfect color for me. If you are interested to go in different colors, I mean, it's your preference, but this is a tricks of how to figure out your natural blushes. If you are a type of person that use highlighters, I recommend not to get a blushes that have shimmery in there, because it's going to be too much. So you want a solid colors. This is from It Cosmetic, and this brushes is perfect because it's actually not packed too much on the bristle, and it's fluffy, fit perfectly whenever you are sweeping from this area to the back. What I'm going to do is just getting a little bit on there. You guys being taught to put where the blush is, you will put it right where your apple is. When you smile, you will able to find the cheeks of your apple. So this is where it is, but look, nobody going to smile all the time. So whenever you're not smile, from this place, it's gonna drop down in this place. So instead of I'm going to put right on here, I'm just gonna put just a little bit up here. So go lightly, and whenever you apply, be sure to hold the tip instead of holding all up here, because it's going to be too harsh unless you are blending and apply it from the tip and sweeping backward. So like this. If you are using a cream brush, I recommend you to actually blend it in a lot, because cream blushes, if you don't blend in really well, then it's going to stay in one spot. The benefit of a cream blush is that it's going to last all day and it's not gonna move anywhere. That's also mean that they have a negative effect. Is that if you don't blend in well, or you miss a spot, then it's going to look very funky and it's gonna last like that all day. And you are going to sweep like this all the way toward your hairline. What I like to put on is highlighters. This is not everybody's preference, because it's creating a wet looking skin. I understand some people like it matte, so you can stop from here if that's what you desire. But for me, I just love some shininess, some kicking, because I'm just a flamboyant, so I like to look different and crazy. So the highlighters that I love so much from this brand, they did a great job considered to highlight. It's pretty expensive, but the high quality of it, it's just worth it. So it's broken. Oh my gosh, how did I do that? I probably like drop it on the floor or something. This is what I'm using, and it's called the Gladed Donut. Oh my gosh, this is a mess, but it's okay. I can fix it. This is a great tool to apply your highlight, because it's not collecting too much or too little. It's just right. And so you're just going to get some colors, and then we are going to put right under our eyes, right here. And you're gonna go just a little bit in, not too much. You can always build it up. Don't get a lot and be regret. And so just apply a little bit on this area, just go back and forth. In this area, do the same. So this is also optional if you guys want to go in under your eyebrow. You can also do that. So it's like a connection of a V. You can also do the same thing to your left side. This is from Nikkietutorials, and she collabed with the Ofra to make this highlight palette, and it's absolutely amazing. So for highlighters, a lot of people think that highlighters is just for highlight. Technically not really, it's like a eyeshadow. So you can also use eyeshadows and consider into this palette. So it's multi-purpose. Don't consider one items that you can't do anything else. So here's the final look. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bells. As always, love yourself, stay motivated. Peace out.